my gosh, I'm gonna make it. Hello there. What's good, girl? So I had to change today's topic to our first time because I actually have a show that I'll be doing in just a little bit. So, how are you? Hey, Mr. C, did you come to learn some more about me? Thank you, thank you. So today I'm going to be talking about our very first time. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start doing this a little bit differently because I don't have the software that I need on my computer in order to have people call in. So next week I'm going to be holding a part 1, 2, 3 on baggage. And that's going to be next week. Oh, thank you, Brian. Well, you can be here. I won't be on tag for the rest of this week. So anybody that knows me from tag, I won't be on there for the rest of the week. I'm actually going to be working on a lot of stuff and I don't have time to be on tag. Plus, I'm doing a bet. Absolutely positive. Oh, thank you. Well, thank you, Brian. I appreciate that. Well, Mr. C's, you might learn some more today because we're going to be talking about our very first time. So, I don't know. Are you ready to hear about our first time? Or are you ready to tell me about your first time? I'm trying not to make myself look naked. I'm not, but when the camera is up, you don't see anything on. And I have on a little dress. So, when? Thank you. I'm extremely gorgeous. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm loving the compliments. Thank you. So let's go ahead and get started. Can we start talking about our first time? Who wants to tell me about their first time? I don't want to be the first one to always start with my first time because I don't know how bad I might sound. What you mean? Now, you don't want to miss my baggage because my baggage is going to be a part 1, 2, 3. I'm thinking it should be up to maybe the most 3 parts because there's a lot of baggage. But today we're just going to be talking about our first time. Oh, thank you. Stop making me blush, though. Why are you going to see me next month, Mr. C's? So, do anybody remember their first time, or was it that long ago that you don't remember, or was it that bad that you just want to forget the person that you were even with your first time? My first time was Twisted Six. Oh, oh, sorry to hear that. That's part of my baggage. That's going to be a topic on my baggage because and I don't want to get into my baggage. Um, streams because that's going to be in another few, like next Sunday. I'm going to start with baggage, but that is part of baggage. And a lot of people don't realize that. But I'm going to try to stick to the first time. Okay, my first time was forced, but oh, damn. I'm saying the baggage will be so many parts because there's so many parts of people bringing baggage into a relationship. So, okay, so let's talk about our first time. What I'm trying to make sure I keep up with the comments. I promise you, I'm trying, but I'm not always capable of doing that. Um, okay, don't like that one. First time was forced. Three parts about baggage. Okay, so let's talk a different part of your first time. What about the first time that you were okay? Like my first time, I was very nervous. I was very nervous, and I was seeing this guy, and I remember his name. I do. I just can't. He passed. He was murdered. Um, and he was murdered by somebody else that I was seeing. Thank you. Thank you, DL. How are you? Um, but my first time, I I he picked me up from school because he was a little older, and he was this big time, like he wasn't this big time drug dealer, but he was like the drug dealer in my area. Like when the police pulled over, that's how I knew his first name. That's how I knew his full name. Because when the police always saw him, they always called him by his first and last name. So that's how I knew what his name was. My first time was with a girl I didn't expect it from. I felt cheap, used, and degraded, but couldn't wait to do it again. Well, I'm like, hold on. Was it? I mean, so it was good, right? That what? Let's talk about your first time, DL. You want to tell me about your first time? First time. Um, I mean, it's like you felt cheap, used, and degraded, but you wanted to do it again. So what was so good about that? Because I'm thinking like there must have, like she must have used you in a very good way. Like she made you feel cheap and dirty, but satisfied at the end. Mr. C. Well, my first time again, like I was saying, was with this guy. He was a bad boy. I don't know. I was a good girl, I think, but he was a bad boy, and he had older sisters, and his older sister had her own apartment. So he came and got me, and he took me to his sister's house, and it happened. Um, it happened. That sounds like a lot of somebody. Oh yeah. It was quick? Oh, that's horrible. It was quick. I hate these little long hairs that just don't know where to go. Hey, what's up, TR? Um, oh, you was with an older female? Okay, see, and I hear like I've talked to different guys, and uh, of course, I don't know. Maybe it's I don't know anybody that was with a younger person for their first time that was more experienced, but every guy I've ever discussed this with have always done it with an older female. And the worst part is sometimes the older female was supposed to be the babysitter. But I mean, I guess she was babysitting a whole lot. I wasn't that type of babysitter. None of my kids that I ever babysat can say I was the one that took their virginity. Because mm-mm. Oh, okay. I can't be like I was not that person. Um My first time, like I said, it was with an older. We went to his sister's house. God damn, you was 12, Mr. C's. That's you. I'm thinking about my son, and he's a teenager, and I'm like losing my mind with the even thought that he could ever have been in that position at the age of 12. Like at the age of 12, I can't expect that. Yes. No. No, that's not mine. Mm-mm. Mine is downstairs. Sorry. I can't picture my son being with somebody at the age of 12. And at his age now, I try to have conversations with him. See, love, now that's the thing. Like, most of the time, your first time isn't making love because you're just basically like testing it out, trying to see if you like it, trying to see what's going on, trying to see, try to feel your way through it. But taught you great lovemaking skills. That's good. She was 14 and you were 12 and she took advantage of you and she taught you some stuff. I mean, okay, so where'd you do it at though? Because you're 12, she's 14. I mean, that's another topic. Like, was your first time in a house, the back, in the stairwell, in a car? Like, where was your first time? She's 14. Like, it's not like y'all have your own place. Or did she have older siblings and y'all went over there? Or was she a babysitter and called you over while the kids were supposed to be playing and snuck you in? Like, how did this happen? Like, that's I was 12, she was 14. She wanted to ride my bicycle. My father told me not to let no one ride it, but she found a way to make me disobey him. Mm. Hmm. So what y'all do? Go in the back of the house in the basement? Oh, it was her house? Nobody was home. I'm gonna need to drink. I need some wine for this shit. I should have brought my. I should have. I'm in a room with bottles of wine and no mother. I got a glass. I might have to get me some motherfucking wine. Her house. Okay. So nobody was home, right? Okay. Like I said, my first time was at the dude I was liking at that time. I want to call him my boyfriend, but he was never my boyfriend. Okay, well maybe he was, I guess, maybe. Um, because I thought when I was with him that was the I wasn't supposed to be with no one else. Like that was who I was supposed to be with. And I didn't let anyone else touch me for a long time. Even after he was arrested, he went to juvenile detention. Um, I waited for him to come out. Like I was that chick, but I'm not that chick no more. I'm not her. Yeah, that's seductive tease. And it's but you want to know something? You men like that. Y'all actually teach us how to tease you. Like we don't know how to tease you, but y'all kind of teach us what y'all like when y'all say certain things and y'all be like, oh, I like your smile. So then we're like, hee hee hee. Like, hee hee hee. Okay, you like my smile. Okay, all right, okay, thank you. Um, what about the first time you ever had oral? I can't remember, and maybe I shouldn't say that on here. Maybe that makes me look bad. Your first time you was 13. Hold on, your first time having sex or your first time receiving oral or giving oral? Oh, there's nothing wrong with it. I said you guys teach us. You guys teach us how to um flirt with you. You let us know what you like. Oh, your first time having sex was 13. Whew, I was like, Earl was 13. Oh my gosh. Whew. I can't remember my first time having oral. It's it was Mr. C's, are you ready to hear this? Because I don't want to blow your mind and make you stay away for too long again. Oh, then the messed up part, my pop saw her riding my bike afterwards, and I ended up having to stay in the house the whole weekend. Did you sneak her in the house since that was the best punishment ever, or because she already blessed you with a different kind of ride? I'm My first time having oral, I can't remember who it was, but I'm gonna tell y'all, I was having a conversation with some friends of mine, and we were talking about the first time we ever received oral. And I think it could have been the first time. It was in the car for me. I was in the car. He put the seat back and he was like, I want to do something. And I think you're going to like it. And so he put me back and he pulled my pants down. And by the time I got up out of that car, that motherfucking seat was soaking motherfucking wet. I thought I peed on myself. I was so lucky. But when I had to pull my pants up, because I still had to kind of sit down to button them back up so I can go in the house so that nobody knew what I was doing out in the car, my whole butt was wet. That's how wet I got. And that could have been my first time, but I don't know if that was my first time or the first time this other guy. Um, I don't know what I tried to run. I swear I was really literally climbing the wall. I mean it. I was climbing the wall. I don't know how he just lockjaw on my shit. He did it so good. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I reached out to him like a month ago. I was looking for him. I sent out messages on Facebook, on Instagram. I found him. I found him. I was sending out messages on Instagram and Facebook because I was like, yo, when I think about my first time with him, who now the other one that had me wet, I know he already left and he went to a whole nother country and I'll never find him again. But the other one, and I think it could have been him, I was running. I was really running. I was up on the wall and I was running away. And everywhere I moved, he was lockjaw on my shit and he was just moving with me. And I didn't know what the fuck to do. And I was just shaking. And after he was done, I was knocked the fuck out. I'm not going to add in there that there was some Cisco. You remember that drink Cisco, that liquid crack? Yeah, I had some of that day too. I don't know if it was that put me out or if it was him, but all I know is the experience was absolutely motherfucking amazing that I was looking for that motherfucker. I was looking for him. I put out messages. Listen, I was like, I was like, listen, I know I'm gonna take a trip back to Boston. Let me see if I can look a brother up to let him just be like, yo, how you doing? You know how you been? It's been a while since you ate this. You want to see me? Like you remember? Like I was climbing the walls. I was climbing the walls. I was looking for him. I really did. I put a whole APB. I was like, listen, somebody needs to find him for me. I was climbing walls. That's it. Yes. Yo, he turned me into Spider-Man. I was Spider-Woman because I don't know how I was climbing the walls and I was up against my back, up on the wall, moving, and I don't know if my legs was on his shoulder or if one leg was on his shoulder and I was hopping with the other leg, but I know it was a very interesting position. It was interesting. It was crazy. It was whew, maybe I shouldn't. Damn, it's hot in here. Maybe I shouldn't have that. So let's talk about your first time. So I mean, well, how was yours? Like, how was your first time? Ah, yo, I passed the fuck out. So if women pass out after multiple orgasm, I would have to give him that motherfucking badge of motherfucking learning. Like, yeah, he would get 5 stars from me. 5. And if I could throw in an extra one, 6, I would do that too. Yeah, he would definitely get that. Yeah. Oh, real shit. Listen, it's crazy because when I was younger, I was able to like I don't know what it was with my body, but men knew what they were doing, and it's not like it was a lot of men, but the person I was dealing with knew what they were doing to make me really release, like on several occasions, like several over and over and over again. Like I was able to just like release. And now it's like I'm sitting there and I'm trying to find a way. I don't get to release as much. And I don't know if it's my mental or if it's just them. Well, no, they had me really, really wet. King of Punani. Oh yeah, I don't know. He definitely was the king because he taught he yeah. Shoot, he listen. If I had his permission to say his name, I would tell you his whole motherfucking name because that's how good he was. I remember it, even the middle initial. Got it. I ain't even playing. That's how fucking good he was. That's how good he was. I might have to send out a message after this broadcast and see if I could say what's up to him and see if I could find him again. I don't know. Because I'm getting yeah, I am heated. I'm definitely heated. I bet this is one story we won't see in the MCU. What you mean? Yeah. Yeah, I knew what you meant. Yeah, I was definitely yeah, he had me he had me. And you know what the crazy thing about it is? I don't even remember the sex. I don't. I do not remember if he was good with the sex or if he was bad. I don't remember. I don't even remember. I think we had sex. I think we had sex, but I don't remember it. I don't remember. But I can tell you, I remember the way he ate the fuck out of me. I remember that. What do you mean? That's not sad. Yo, if I had his permission, I would put his name out there. I would tell every woman, like, listen, whoever his wife is, I want to just give her pounds like, nigga, I understand why you married that motherfucker. But I don't remember about the sex. I really don't. I just remember his tongue game was on motherfucking point. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that shit. That I remember. That I ain't gonna forget. That so but okay, enough about me. Tell me about you. I need to calm down. I need a minute. I need some more water. um I sure would. Oh, hey, Jose. How are you? Hello, my queen. In my youth, I was always very shy, and my parents did not have time to talk to me about issues of love and sex. When I was 19 years old, a girl 10 years older whom I met at a dance. Did you was with somebody who was 10 years older than you, so she was 29? Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, I understand. I didn't know what MCU was, so thank you for spelling that out. I appreciate that. I lived taught me things that I did not know. The truth I felt. Oh, she seduced you. Also, she took your innocence. Okay. Listen, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all right now. I'm wet as shit. After this, I'm gonna go wash up. I don't need a bag of ice to wash that whole area. And I look good. And I'm just hoping that my seat, the back of my dress don't get wet. Like I'm hoping I'm not that wet to where I'm fucking up my dress. Like thinking about that got me like extremely excited. So I'm just hoping I ain't fuck up shit. But if I didn't, like right now, I really wish I had a towel down there. I really do. I really do. Like I ain't even gonna lie. Like I'm fuck it. Like I really wish I had a towel. Thank you. But I wish I had a towel down there because like hold on. Sexual abuse. The truth is, I did not enjoy it because I did not feel love for her. And she has always been as important to me. Oh, so like, was she like a really good friend of the family? Or because in order for her to basically seduce you to take your virginity, and she was older than you, like, was she your babysitter? Did she used to be your babysitter and then just stayed in touch with the family and then seduced you and took your virginity? No, if I once I take a break, I'm gonna have to like I'm gonna have to just take a break. Like it's just gonna have to be some time. Like I'm not gonna be able to come back and continue this. Like once I yeah, and then I have other things I gotta do. But I do need a towel. I do. I do. Like I wish I had a fan or something. Just like whew, okay. Thank you. Yeah, so you saw me trying to like you saw me trying to sneak into that. Like it's hot. It was when I was 16, just got my car. Girl acted shy and she put on some slow jams and she blessed me on the Belt Parkway. I was oh, she gave you was on your way to New York. She did it to you while you were driving. Was that your first time getting head while you were driving? Mm, wow. Um, that's interesting. That's a really interesting. If that was your first time, that is a really interesting way of being introduced to oral while you're driving for the first time. Did she? I mean, if that was your first time, did she know that that was your first time? Hold on. Listen, don't make me laugh too hard. I told you I got issues going on. I wasn't expecting this conversation to get me this excited. Like, I got issues. I got issues. That was, whew. I'm happy you're not in the church parking lot either. I don't think this is a conversation that would be blessed. Thank you, Mel. Mel, did you tell me your first time? Or are you going to say, I don't mind the compliments though, but thank you very much for the compliments. But did you tell me about your first time? Or your first time receiving oral or given oral? Like, I really got some issues going on. Like, this is dangerous. This is really dangerous right now. You did it at her place? At like her parents? I was 13 and we did it at her place. You damn near missed the gas pedal and had the push pedal with curved toes. That was your first. Oh my gosh. Oh, parents' house? You did it at her parents' house, of course. Like, okay. I mean, I can get that. I mean, at her parents' house. I mean, you're gonna sneak in her room and do things, and skip school and all that other stuff. Like, I get it. I get it. Oh, you was in DC? I'm not sure how the houses are there. I'm not sure how the houses are. So I'm like, I really apartment building. Okay, so you did it in the house. Like, whose first time was like in the stairs? Because I've talked to people that their first time they had to sneak it in this back stairwell, or they had to sneak it in while they was at school, and that was their first time, or they had to sneak it in. And I hate to say this, at church. I mean, your first time is your first time, and it's like when an opportunity presents itself and you're like, yo, this is my first time, I'm about to get it. Some people just go for it. But mainly everybody is at somebody else's house. Like, mine was at his sister's house, everybody else was at the girl's house. I'm just trying to make sure I haven't missed a message, so I'm trying to go back over what I'm reading. So your first time was at her parents' house. When was the first time you ever received or gave oral? Like, what was your first time giving oral? Not just receiving it. What was your first time giving it? Because I remember what the person said to me my first time. It was embarrassing. It was a very embarrassing response I got my first time. So, what was your first time giving oral? I'm like, I'm getting really hot. And I'm trying to like keep my composure. Oh, I never do the parents' place again. Had to hide in the closet and found out I was claustrophobic. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you, right? We're laughing, right? I can only imagine you hide in the closet your first time and you finding out while you're in the closet that you're claustrophobic and you're trying to hide. Okay. Um, she was using the bathroom and gave me oral sex as I stood in front. That was the first time that you got it? She was sitting on a bathroom toilet peeing and you just stood in front of her and put it in her mouth? Didn't expect her moms to come home on lunch break being a bad boy, skipping school. Oh, you skipped school. Yeah, I can understand skipping school. I skipped school too. He came, well, actually, I didn't skip school. I left school early. He came to the school and I snuck out and we went to his sister's house and things happened. My first time I made beautiful. Oh, now are you still with her mother? Your first time you got the girl pregnant and that was your first time. How old were you? I know her moms. I understood what you meant. How old were you? If your first time having sex, you had a kid. Like, how old were you? Well, thank you very much, R. Gordon. I appreciate that. You're back in town. Okay. I mean, that must be what they mean by I'll suck your soul because she was sitting down. Like, I'm just like, how old was she? How old were you when you were standing in front of her and you got your Jimmy waxed? Like, how old were you? Because I'm just like, but I'm waiting for you to tell me, AR, the Don, you said your first time you made your beautiful daughter. I'm waiting to find out how old were you? Like, that's a question. And I'm really hoping to get the answer. Like, how old were you then? And how old is your daughter now? See if I can kind of know how old you are. Triple tray. Okay. Well, I hope you enjoyed what you saw so far, and I appreciate you coming by. If you're saying peace to leave, I'm not sure, but I am going to be ending this because today I am actually going to be performing at a show at my cousin's house. Oh, you're just coming in? Okay. Well, I'm not going to have this going too long. Well, my question today was when was your first time? Having sex, receiving oral, giving oral? Like, what was your first time? Oh, you said this was recently within the last few years? Okay, I'm lost, R. Jordan, because within the last few years, like I'm lost at what you mean by that. Well, I'm actually at a show and the show is about to start soon, but I didn't want to not come on here and at least have a conversation and have fun. But next week, I'm thinking my show is going to be I was 11 years old. I was 11 years, hold on. I was 11 years old. She was older, about 17, and showed me the ropes. I'm like, what can a 17-year-old do with an 11-year-old? Well, okay. Like, what ropes does she show you? Okay, but I am gonna. I always want to make sure I end with the poem, and then I let my computer shut down. So I'm still going to talk for a few minutes while I get that back up. But next week, I'm going to start talking about baggage. And with my baggage, it's going to be 3 parts. What I'm going to start doing is allowing the people that already have my contact information to call in, and they can be heard. They will still be in my stream, but they will also be able to be heard so that we can conversate. So I'll be having a few people, again, they know my information. The people that don't know my number and want to be able to talk on the show, I'm trying to find a way where I will be able to allow you to talk, because I don't have the software for my system for you to be able to come on. Different software costs money, and it takes time to learn it. And this week I am, thank you. And I want you to come back again. But what I'm going to be doing, like I said, is next week I'm going to be doing baggage. And because baggage has so many different parts to it, because we can talk about all type of baggage that people bring into the relationship. Some people bring in baggage from their past that is horrific, because some people have been molested and have trust issues, and they bring that baggage into a relationship. Some people have baggage with children, and they bring different issues into their relationship because they have kids. Not saying that the kid is the issue, because I don't believe it's the kids. I believe it's the parents. And that's the baggage. But again, that's my belief. That doesn't mean it has to be any of your beliefs, because I have the most amazing stepkids in the world. Like, I love my kids and they will always be my kids, even if I'm not with their father. And that wasn't a baggage for me. Like, any person I have been with that have had kids and I was in a relationship with them, their kids have become my kids. So about to go live on Tag. Great topic. Oh, thank you. I'm not going to be on Tag this week. I'm going to be off Tag this week. I won't be coming back on Tag until next Saturday. But I'm hoping you come back and help us talk about the baggage, because again, there's so many different, like, there's bags and bags and bags and bags. And when people say, what are you bringing to the table? No one wants to hear that I am bringing baggage to the table. So let's just talk about it. And next week, that's what I'm going to be talking about. 16, when it happened. 17, when my daughter came out. Her mom was, oh, okay, you were 16. I mean, it's still young, but okay, 16 is not bad. I was afraid because I've heard some people, they were 11, 12, and 13. So it's like, okay, like, I'm hoping, and I'm trying to talk to my son, and he don't want to talk to me because I'm mom, but I'm trying to talk to him to make sure that when he does decide to have his first time, enjoy his first time, that it won't be a situation where his first time and he gets the girl pregnant. Now, are you still with the mom? I have always been very selective. My medical profession did not give me the freedom and opportunities to explore and experience my robust appetite. Oh, okay. Oh, your daughter's 17 now? Okay. Well, I'm about to end my but so next week, like I said, because like I said, the show is about to start, so it's kind of getting a little noisy. But again, next week, definitely we're gonna start talking about baggage. So please, I'm gonna do one poem. If we are still in here, I still have some people in here. I want to do a poem, of course, because it's my YouTube, and my YouTube is about my poetry. And I want to introduce myself to you guys. I want you guys to learn who I am, and I want to learn who you guys are. So please make sure you share my information and bring other people, because this next few weeks I would love to have more females involved in my streams, because we all have baggage, whether it be men or women. We all have baggage. And I would like to talk more to people about their baggage. So The poem I am about to do is called What's Your Name? And I'm going to pick this poem to do basically because a lot of us, a lot of us didn't wait till we was 20 and 21 and 22 to be sexually active. Some of us, we didn't have a choice in the matter. And I hate to say that. And I hate that that is sometimes people's first time is it being forced on them. And that's not a good thing. Thank you. Hopefully you stick around and listen to my poem. I'm about to do it. I'm just getting everything ready. But our first times, if it's good, that's great. If it's not good, the experience of it not being good, it can be okay, but it's not okay when it's taken. That's not a good thing. And I think people should be punished, but it's like sometimes we don't even say anything and we don't tell, and it lingers. And by the time we do say something, it's a long time after. So this poem I'm going to do is called What's Your Name? And if you guys have checked out my YouTube before, this is a poem that is already on my YouTube. And I'm hoping you guys like it. And if you know it, say it with me while I'm saying it, okay? I'm just waiting for my music to come up because y'all know, if y'all know me, y'all know I do my poetry, a majority of my poetry with music. So let's see. All right. So I'm just waiting for my music. This one is called Thank You. Looking forward to stimulating conversations plus. Yes, please. Like I said, I am here every Sunday. So please tell anybody you know I'm here every Sunday, 3:30 Eastern Standard Time. And I talk about anything under the sun. And if there's something that you want to talk about, let me know in the comments if there's something that you want to discuss. I don't want to have to be the one always. And I don't mind coming up with topics because I come up with topics all the time. I have kids, I have a life, and there's things going on in the world that I have conversations about all the time. And I said, what's the best part about having a conversation? I can bring it right here and I can actually talk to more people and I can let you guys learn about who I am and I want to learn about who you are. So, let me see. Sorry. My music is already starting. Nope, she's crazy. Who? Oh, you're not with the mother anymore? She's crazy? Is that what you're saying? That's why you're not with her? My computer just wants to play with me. So your first time you ended up with a crazy chick as your baby mama. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. Just making sure everything is good. Because my computer just likes to act up and I'm at someone else's house. So my connection and everything is kind of like iffy with everything. But let me just go ahead. Let me do the best I can. How about that? Okay. Now it don't want to play. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Give me 1 second. I promise I'm about to do my poem because I like this one. I like it because I like what it says. All right. Y'all ready? Let me know if y'all can hear me. His eyes, they cover me like the sun on a hot day. He puts my hands on his thighs, wanting to take all my loving away. But he don't even know my name, but he says all the right words. How many girls has he said this to? How many ears have heard? You're special, so sweet. Never met anyone like you before. He gets even more touchy-feely, and starts to close the door. My heart beats rapidly, and in between my legs get wet. My breathing is getting heavier, and I haven't even let him hit it yet. He puts my hands on his crotch and tells me to feel his rise. It's hard for me to swallow, and I can't speak, so I close my eyes. I can feel him looking at me as he lays me down on the bed. He starts to take off my shirt and put his hands between my legs. But he don't even know my name, but he knows all the right words to say. My heart wants to believe him, but my head is telling me to run away. He inserts his fingers into my wetness. How can I tell him to stop? I move my hands to his chest to start pushing him, and that's when he touched my spot. I'm fighting with myself. Body saying yes, head is saying no. My head told my feet to leave this crazy bitch here, but the rest of us have to go. But he don't even know my name. How could he tell me he feels like this? He's sucking all over my body and came to my mouth for a deep, passionate kiss. My body wants to feel more. Between my legs is dripping wet. He asked me if I wanted it, and I open my legs as wide as they can get. But he don't know my name, but he says all the right words. My body wants to leave him. Okay, I'm sorry. I just have too much distractions. I'm just going to end it here because I messed it up anyway. But I will talk to you guys later because a lot of stuff is happening right now behind the scenes that y'all don't see right now. Next week, Sunday, and then my system is just not working with me anyway. So next week, Sunday, I'll be back. I'll see y'all then. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'll see you guys later.